Welcome everyone once again to the Baltazar podcast. We got a very special one for you guys today, but I feel like I say that every time. Those who watched the last episode know that the Pioneers lost the last game of the season. They still going to CIF, so this is round one of CIF, and I think that loss did give them a nice little launch ground. Rest of the CIF. Just a disclaimer, this video was shot and edited with the utmost respect and condolences for the family back in 2018. If you guys are weak of heart and, get a little emotional, maybe this video isn't for you, but this video was done, those who know the story know it's very special, and there's a very special moment. And it's edited very, very emotionally, and it was just for the respect of the young gentleman who lost his life that week and who had a bunch of friends on the team. So let's just hop right in, and this one's a deep one, but I'll explain why and how we were able to tailor the story with respect for the young man Jeff, and how we were able to lift everybody up. And that's what my intent was, to try to make everyone feel a little better, like we did something good, because we were playing for more than just first round of the school. We were playing for the young gentleman and his family. So let's just hop right in, and we'll see how that all weaves together.
And we are going to lift Jeff up tonight and dedicate this game to his family, because if it just helps him just a little bit, we were a part of repairing a family that needs a little bit of help. You guys understand that? Yes, and so that's what we do when we go out and play. And no one's more excited to play this game than me. I am so excited. I can't wait to get back on the field and show what we are about. But to be able to do a moment like this, to get something special like that, it's everything that we are. It's who we are as people. Try to win your gap if you're up front. Linebackers go fast. Don't let guys escape. Zone read every time. Make sure you know who has the quarterback, where he zone reads and where he goes, and everyone else is tackling that running back. Beat your lineman, get across, and go. And on offense, we're going to go fast. If you just go and you refuse to be blocked and you go, we're going to be okay. The C-line, I need you to stay low. I need you to fire and fight. JD and Gabe will be there. But I need you to redirect and go and fly up. Everyone's going to get beat and do something silly once in a while.
Fighting strong, fighting harder and stronger, fighting hard, fighting strong.
And you walk around like you're the man, and you get the job done, and that's what I want. You don't have to talk, you just do it with your play, and everybody knows. And everybody knows that you're out. You are literally 24 minutes away from getting the number 12. You are 24 minutes away. JD, Marco, and Sean need to take us home. We're going to shorten the game to 3 or 4 possessions.
Waiting for my moment, it's now or never. Heartbroken and hopeless, it's now or never. Down all my life, felt like down's better. For you, don't come around here trying to find yourself. Belly of the beast born, only God can help. I woke up with a vendetta this morning. Rise and shine, the miles on my mind and I'm haunted. That's why while all y'all still yawning, my pride won't die till I'm dormant. Show me where the war at. It's death threats on my doormat. I'm selfish, I need all that, no accolades escape. See, I be sitting in the grave, for I be sitting in the cage. Ask Ali what's the price of war. Ask God why mama made me poor. Ask police why they hunt me down. We fight to live and fight for sport. I tried to give they ask for more. I backed away, they turn it back. Lifestyles of the talented and black. Back on the ropes, I must react. This is my story. Yeah, this is my story.
We were not only playing for each other, and we were not only playing for our team. We were playing for a community of the entire Western High School and our community. And tonight we helped someone out. Mark, get up here. Marco, come in. Marco had a very heavy heart, and him and I talked all week trying to get through this. And I'm so proud of this team because all of you guys are trying to find a way to make sure you get him the touchdown. And this is the game-winning touchdown ball, and I want to give this to Marco. Go! Go, baby! I want him to give this to the family and let the family understand that we weren't only playing tonight against Patriot, we were playing tonight for Jeff Rose. And that's what we were doing tonight. So make sure that we all get this done. And are we done?
No, sir.
Done. Bring it up.
Let's go!
What happened?
Where's Jack? Seniors, we got
Yeah,
one more
just let me finish
party.
working, okay? Let me finish then. We're good.
Family on me, family on three. 1, 2, 3, family! Where's Jack?
Well, there you guys have it. Very emotional, truthfully. I haven't seen this video in a while, and I don't care to see it too many times because, you know, these are my boys too. I don't like seeing my boys hurt. I remember that week, I don't know if I should tell this, but Marco, I saw him outside the library the day after the young gentleman passed, and I just gave him a hug and cried on my shoulder for a little bit. So it was pretty brutal. And I saw that Monday, and I told him, bro, if you don't got to practice, take your time. I don't remember too much of the conversation, but I do remember talking to Marco. Marco was the young gentleman who got that last game-winning touchdown and was crying at the end. And that was, I think, the day after it all went down. It was an emotional story. And they talk a lot. We talk a little bit about it more in the documentary. Coach talked about it. Marco talks about it. Bobby talks about it. Talk about Jeff. So there's more details in the doc. But I remember that instance I had with Marco. And then when he got that touchdown, we'll talk about it. I almost started. Actually, I did start crying because it was emotional. That's my guy. You know Marco for. I've known him before I even started working with the school. But it was tough for a lot of the boys, and just the way the team came together to lift each other up. And he got the game-winning touchdown and all that. I think it was special, and we'll talk more about that. I had to mute that audio clip, the one when he got the touchdown, because I started yelling, yeah! Now let's just tap right in one more time and we'll break it down. I did a cut to the beat like you guys noticed. It's probably a little too long. I should have just cut a little bit of the song off. Track on Marco. Track a play. That's what I started doing. Next game, I believe there's a really nice tracking shot. Probably the best tracking shot of the season. And I'll let you guys know when we get there. Again, nice little speed ramp, slow-mo. Up on that. Picked off, speed ramp again. I started getting better at speed ramps this game. I've tried slow-mos, but it wasn't a ramp. And I think I did overkill. I start fast and slow, pick it up after, and then enter a clip in full speed. That's one of the techniques I believe I touched upon prior, but this was the best speed ramping. I was using it more effectively per se. Look at that. That's a beautiful speed ramp, beautiful color. 135, beautiful lens. Might try to pick another one up for the Sony. Speed ramps help when you miss certain shots. You might speed something up and then slow it down when you get to the spot where you got to get to. Beautiful, beautiful. I think against one of the things Beaumont, I did overkill on the slow-mos. There's Mark right here blowing him up. Ran that boy over. That was also Marco's. See, this is where we get emotional. I focused. purposely got a lot of shots of Jeff because Dan was like, bro, we gotta make it special for Jeff. Everyone's gonna be we had a moment of silence, all that stuff for him. So a lot of the guys put on crosses, tape, long live Jeff. I think next shot. It's an unfortunate instance, but we just try to make it memorable for the family. Like this game was for him, and part of me with the video, I know it's a touchy subject, I try to make it for him. You know, try to do it in memory because he had a lot of buddies on the team, so that's why I put an emphasis on all the accessories and things the guys did. Nice clean shot. Boys were walking out. The mood was a little different, a little eerie. It was obviously, you know, the week was a pretty tough week for a lot of kids. We just had to push on. Then again, 1.4, 30mm Sigma on the gimbal. Autofocus, auto ISO. We're after the moment of silence. And then Unity. That's where the sound changes. You guys would notice the music changes from intensity, slows down a little bit. Actually, no, the music hasn't shifted yet. Right now, it's still powerful. Like I said, the auto ISO, I said it in the last episode, the auto ISO may not work so well. You get a lot of fluctuation. Right there's a fluctuation in lighting. But like I said, you're in a game, running gun. If you're doing studio type shoots, you gotta go manual settings, everything. Right here. And I this speed ramp, I took a longer time to slow down to bottom speed. I think when it gets to the end zone, that's when you get to the bottom of the 24% speed. And little things like that, you can either speed ramp quick, speed ramp fast. I found this song early in the season, but I didn't use it. I want to use it at a certain game, either like the last game or an important game. And like I said, that touchdown was beautiful. I was yelling kind of loud for the boy, but it was emotional. I don't like to be emotional, but that actually got to me. Close-up shots, 135mm. And I hold this shot longer because it's a special moment, game-winning touchdown. A little out of focus here, that's my fault. Then we rack into focus. One of the things you got to be good at is racking in and out of the game. Game time, you got to be racking, especially if you're going at a low f-stop. In better lighting situations, you go at a higher f-stop, and that's no issue. On this, there was something wrong with the mic, so it bounces out the claps. If you bobble the aux jack from the mic to the camera, flux pops a little bit. Lighting, we've seen these lighting lines on the road. They're like weird LED fluctuation lines on the camera from a rolling shutter. Kind of went away, but you saw it in the John Glenn. Audio's not bad, but when the clap, it just popped differently for whatever reason. And this is my first time doing an epilogue type of shot. Normally we end at the end of the game. This is just solely for Marco and Jeff. I wanted to add this to say what we were playing for the game for. This is what the game was all about, truthfully. Two big things: playing game 2-1F and then paying respect to Jeff and his family.
Yeah, just let me finish working, okay? Let me finish then. We're good.
And then obviously the little unloving memory of Jeff. I wasn't sure whether to add that, and then a coach said you got good intent, just add it, and it's for him. So I had a lot of good feedback. I didn't want people to think I was going to try to just throw his name in there to get views. I was literally the last thing I was worried about. And this video was a little tough. I didn't know how to approach this, talking to you guys about it. We had an unfortunate event. It was rest in peace, Jeff, but I wanted to pay homage and respect to him and all the boys on the team. And I had a young lady from Anaheim High School that I was working at the time. She said, Mr. Baltazar, I saw the video. I started crying, and I'm like, did you know Jeff? Like, no, I didn't know who he was, but the video got to me. And it's like, reminds me of my friends. And I'm like, all right, apparently I did something wrong as a cinematographer. I was just paying my dues and doing the right thing. And that's one thing that some people lose sight of. A lot of people try to do YouTube videos for views. And this video is never going to get 1 million. I doubt it, right? And I don't care, because I did the right thing and I wanted to pay respect to this young man. And sometimes certain videos, there's things going on. I know my brother did a lot of the things with the movements recently in some of his videos. When you do the right thing for your people and just try to send a good message, everything will come in time. Like they're saying, this video is never gonna blow up, and I don't care if it does, because the ones who did see it and the ones who were a part of it and in it, and know the message from it are grateful, and they'll remember the game for how it was and why we were playing. So that's one thing. It's not really much I can talk about. I'm kind of a little bit of a block talking about breaking down the cinematic stuff, because the only intent was truthfully the message. You got things like stories, cinematic storytelling like we had here, but the cinematic storytelling told the story. The shot that we're in of who we were shooting on, the wristband and the accessories the boys had. The music, I feel, had a pacing to it. When Marco got that touchdown, that was a different part of the song that wasn't throughout. So that's one thing I try to emphasize on that. But truthfully, I don't know what else. I don't want to break this down too much. Lastly, just do the right thing as a cinematographer. Send a good message. Pay respect to those. And then just and I want to make this video. I was hesitant on making this episode because of the severity of what went down. So hopefully everyone doesn't think this is any ill intent. This is all for the best intent, breaking down the story and the meaning behind the video, and why we did it for the young gentleman Jeff. So I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss here. I don't know what else to say. Thank you guys for tuning in. And just we'll see you guys next time.